Good morning, friends, and welcome to our Q&A here at No Skinny Jeans. I asked you guys on Instagram to give me some questions that I could answer for you, anything you wanted to know, and you guys responded, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it, and none of this is possible without you guys. You may hear life in the background. Ella's up and awake and going around. It's about 7 a.m. So it's about 7 a.m. But I don't want to keep you waiting. I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the questions. I'm not going to answer every single one because there is a lot, but I will try to answer most of them to the best of my ability. I was asked, why are you wanting to lose weight now than earlier? For me, it was a realization point. Going to the chiropractor, hearing that I was 400 pounds, and Lauren being pregnant, it just came to a realization that I need to be here and I need to be healthier. That's pretty much what started it. It's almost like a slap in the face, and then you realize, you're like, oh, okay, well, I need to do better. So slowly working on doing better. Somebody asked, I know you want a healthy baby, but what gender do you hope for? I don't really have an opinion on that. As long as the baby is healthy, then I am perfectly happy. Doesn't matter boy or girl. The good guy up above decides to send me. Do you have a goal weight you're trying to get to? This was a popular one. Right now I haven't set that. I don't want to put limitations on myself. If, let's say, I get going and I get to 250 and I'm happy there, that's where I'll stop. If I get going and I get to 200 and I'm happy there, that's where I'll stop. It just all depends on how I'm feeling and basically what is going on with my body. Have you struggled being body positive as you go through this process? I really haven't, because I want to bring it to you guys as a genuine thing. My body is what it is. I don't care. I'm more conscious about having some back hair or body hair than I am about my size. My size is what it is. I'm working on it, and that's that. So I wouldn't say it's a positive image, but it's more of a, I know what I'm working towards, so I'm not going to be ashamed of that. How do you fight the urge to eat bad things? It's tough. I usually try to replace them if I can, or just basically try to avoid them at all costs. I'm a huge Reese's fan, and if those are in the house, I'm probably going to take a bite of one. It just is what it is. But my family and that has done a good job of keeping those away from me. I'm definitely thankful for that. What kind of exercise are you doing? Thanks, Lynn. Mostly walking right now. I am doing some, in the mornings I'll do jumping jacks, a few sit-ups, some push-ups, just easier work that's not going to hurt my back or do anything to my back that's too strenuous. My chiropractor did say I can lift weights. He's confident in that. And I have seen such progress with the chiropractor. So hopefully that regimen will be coming in soon. I plan on going to the gym, but I will be taking precautions like carrying my own hand sanitizer with me. I even have a mini Lysol spray that I may bring with me, just as much precautions as possible. Does taking your vitamins and supplements while fasting upset your stomach? The only one I kind of have an issue with is my fish oil. It's supposed to be burpless, and it's not. And sometimes it will cause me to burp, and then you have that fishy taste. It's disgusting. But, that's part of it. I chalk that up to being part of it, and it helps with my appetite, too. Hey, you want to come say hi?
I don't know, it's broken.
Oh, no, it's broken. Come say hi.
No.
Come here. Right here. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. Those are questions they had for Daddy. Can you say hi?
Where's Mommy?
Mommy's sleeping. Oh, right. Next question was, what do you think the hardest part about making the change was? Really, for me, there wasn't a hard decision to make. There was no other choice. Of course, the hardest change is not being able to eat whatever you want, such as I want a big bowl of pasta. Well, unfortunately, I can't have that full carb, full on pasta experience, but I look for alternatives. Definitely, it's the hardest part, I would say, is food alternatives and just making the better decisions. What was the tipping point to this time to lose the weight? Well, like we talked about, was the chiropractor, Lauren being pregnant, trying to be there for Ella. It was a collection of things that set that in motion. Somebody asked, different from dieting, how did I meet my wife? It's a long story. Basically, we found each other on AOL Instant Messenger, and we're talking through mutual friends, blah, blah, blah. And then I turned 18 and she was still 16, I think, at the time. So, of course, that was no bueno. So we stopped talking for probably 7-8 years. And then we both happened to be out with friends one night and kind of ran into each other, and the rest is kind of history. My favorite recipe actually was that stir fry I made. It came out a lot better than I thought it would. Another recipe I like is Lauren makes a cheesy cauliflower that she used to make when we were doing keto, and I actually like that one too as far as being healthier for you. No real great recipes that I typically enjoy. Just whatever's made, I eat. Right now I treat food as fuel instead of being a luxury item. What's one thing you struggle with during this journey, and what are you doing to push through? Honestly, the hardest thing for me is getting that much water down. Right now I'm actually behind because I haven't filled my Gatorade bottle because it's still early, but we had a new bed coming for Ella. I took it apart, took that outside and everything. Just drinking that much water, oh, it's brutal sometimes, but I know it's making me healthier, so I definitely would do that. Do you use any apps to track your performance on exercise and food? I use the Apple Watch, and for that I just use the activity app. Now, as far as tracking, I don't like to track my food because then it brings a conscience to myself that I'm limiting myself. So if I just choose in my head to eat healthier, then that helps me a lot. Did I set a deadline to meet a goal weight? No, like we talked about, I haven't even set a goal weight. I want to continue on this journey for as long as possible, and this may be a lifelong thing. It may just be, hey, I'm eating healthier, here's what I'm eating, here's what I do, and things like that. And Brianna, thank you for making your channel. You motivated my husband and he's lost 16 pounds. That's awesome. That's really what I created this for, is to keep me accountable for one, and to share with you, to try to motivate somebody. Just, I'm regular Joe Schmo out here, and hopefully I have enough to motivate somebody else to do this journey with me. I want to see everybody meet goals and be the best possible person they can be. So kudos to your husband for that 16. Are you using protein drinks or shakes, or just eating healthy? A little bit of everything. Sometimes, sometimes I have meal replacements, things like that with the shakes, where I use my protein PB2 or some 310 shake mix. It just, whatever it is. Best advice for making it through fasting? Today's day 1 for me. My advice is stick to it. At first, I will say the first couple of weeks were tough for me, but then my body gets used to it, and sometimes you have to change up hours. 16-8 is too much for you. Then some people do 12-12. Some people do, 10-14. It just all depends. So whatever works best for your body, find that sweet spot and go for it. Do you want to have weight loss surgery? I don't. I am terrified of needles, surgery, anything like that. I had my appendix removed probably about 2 years ago now, and that was my first surgery ever. So, a little terrifying there. Hey John, what is your biggest non-scale victory so far? Honestly, is being able to walk more than 200 feet. With my back and everything, when I first started with the chiropractor, I could only walk 200 feet, and then my legs were completely numb and I couldn't do anything. I had to sit down, and that's kind of, you guys saw me on Lauren's channel training with Jill, and that's kind of what hampered me with that, is I would do 10-15 minutes of workout and then I'd have to sit down because my legs would give out. Which now I'm not having that issue. I went for a 2-mile jog run yesterday, and the only little tinge of pain I had was in my shins. I took a 2-minute break and stretched, and perfectly fine. So that's definitely my biggest non-scale victory, is being able to do things and not have my back giving out on me. How do you cope with nighttime cravings? Honestly, for me, I don't have too many nighttime cravings. I eat dinner at the latest 7 o'clock, and then let my food settle, drink probably another 64 ounces of water right after. This way, for me, that kind of helps fight those cravings. Of course you're gonna have them, you just don't want to act on them. Really, there's no... I really don't have any secrets, guys. I'm just here doing it with you. But yeah, other than that, that's really it as far as the questions goes. There was a lot of repeats, but, you know, thank you everybody that left a question, or some of you just left encouragement, which is great to see. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it, and I can't do this without you. So thank you for being here. Like, subscribe. And Lauren says I need to come up with a catchphrase per se, or a closing. But I've been using "we got this." So you know what, everybody? We got this. Let's go out and be the best version of ourselves. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Love you guys. See you next time.